Boy, oh boy, do I have a message for you. Check these out. The Ace of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Eight of Swords, walking away, all tied up in action. 17, 23, and 27. Stay tuned. This is going to be a good one. Okay, so I just wanted to pull a quick collective and just kind of do like an informal read. And these are the cards that I pulled out, and they have so much synchronicity in them. It is absolutely crazy. So if you are seeing this right now, this message is for you, and you needed to hear this, and there is a big message in here, and it's something that I feel that will make you feel better and give you the clarity that you are looking for. Because obviously, if you're, like I said, coming across this, there's some clarity that needs to happen for sure, especially with these cards. Okay, so let's talk about this Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is basically telling you that you have recently been crowned the king or queen of no bullshit. So this one by itself, without any other cards, basically is telling you to embrace a new way of thinking, and that you have the emotional intelligence to do so. And not only do you have the emotional intelligence, it's at an all-time high. And like any weapon, you need to use it correctly. Your intelligence is a weapon. So you need to think about your life, the world, and you yourself, in your situation, in a new perspective. Basically cutting the bullshit out. I like to look at the swords as time to cut the bullshit cards. So this is also letting you know that you have the mental strength to do that. You yield the sword. You are the yielder of the sword. You are the ninja of your mental status right now. So this is a message that's going to be throughout this entire reading, because I've already looked at all the cards, right? Instantly, when I pulled all these cards, I know exactly what the message is of all these cards put together. And you're going to see that your mental strength right now is the most important thing that you can have right now. And it is a superpower. It is a weapon. And you can use it against yourself. So you need to not do that. And use this new found power, weapon, strength of yours correctly as we move forward through this really trying time, because right now is very trying. It's trying for all of us. So the next one I want to talk about is the Page of Swords. So let's get him out. So when you pull the Page of Swords, basically it's letting you know that your sword may be new and things may not be going as fast as you want them to, but you are the yielder of the Ace of Swords. You have the sword in your hand to yield it how you see fit. And maybe there's a new business not getting off the ground as quick as possible. Maybe you're just now learning to communicate without losing your shit. But with that said, you have to use this as a tool, like I said, to cut the bullshit out, to think, act, and see things differently. And if it is taking longer than expected and you do feel stuck or frustrated, the sword can be used against yourself and against others in ways that you don't want that to happen, right? So the third card out is the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is conflict and fighting. As you can see, they're all at each other, right? So the Five of Wands is basically saying you might just need to roll with the punches. Roll with the punches and know that you are the wielder of the almighty Ace of Swords. You have the biggest, baddest weapon because you have mental strength. You have mental clarity like never before. And you have the power internally to decide what you can and cannot control. And some things, even though there's a lot of fighting going on, there's a lot of turmoil going on, there's a lot of things going on in the world that you cannot control, you kind of have to focus on the things that you can control. And a lot of things around you don't make sense, and basically it's just turmoil, a lot of turmoil. But out of bad times come good times. But in order for things to go from bad to good, we have to change our perspective, like I said. So for whatever reason, you feel stuck. But if you look closely, you're not really stuck. Your toes might be in that sand, and these might be on very loosely. But if you want to get out of there, you can. You being stuck is in your head. Don't make any sudden moves. Do not self-sabotage. But don't stay stuck because your fear of failure is greater than your mental clarity right now. I'm here to remind you that the mental clarity that you have is your weapon. So again, you can use it against yourself, or you can use it against the way that you think, in the way that you yield your sword, in the way that you go about the way you think about the world, about life, about yourself, and about your situation, right? So let me tell you this. If you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're also right. So, what is it going to be? It's up to you, because you are the one with the power, the one that needs to decide, am I going to use my sword to cut away the things that I need to in order to gain the new perspective that I need? Or I'm going to cut myself and watch myself bleed and stay stuck in the situation that does not serve my highest good. So let's move on to these other cards, these three cards over here. So with this card, it shows someone walking away from an existing situation. She's closing the gate behind her and is walking away into a misty, unknown future. This card upright reveals that it could be time for you to make a similar decision. There may be something that you're finished with, perhaps a career, a relationship, or long-term experience of any kind. The familiarity of a situation may be enticing, but you are now ready to look at your options on the open road ahead. In reality, it's important It's an important new beginning, and it's just now beginning for you. The Page of Swords. There's a new beginning here. There's a new beginning here. You are not stuck. You are not stuck at all. I know some major shit's going on, but it's time to move on. And let's talk about this for just a second. The number 27, it's about duality. It's about black and white. It's about right and wrong. It's about yin and yang. It's about black and white. It's about the balance between the two. And 7 is about inner wisdom and introspection, spiritual awakening, and you're waking up right now. You are waking up, and you have this new knowledge base, new weapon, Ace of Swords. You have this new weapon, and that is the power to control your mind. So it's time to cut the bullshit and walk away from whatever doesn't serve you. Because I know you feel stuck. I know you feel all tied up. But you're not. So this card shows a woman tied up with vines around her wrist, body, and arms. Receiving this card upright represents a situation in your life where things seem to be severely stuck. A major drama may be going on around you, stopping you from moving forward, or it may be that some technicalities are blocking your way. Perhaps you're waiting for a contract to be signed or an apartment to be made. Whether it's holding things up, the restrictions may be feeling quite apprehensive, oppressive at the time. But if this isn't technically the case for you, then if it's not physically, like I said, it's mentally, and here's 2 and 3. 3 is teamwork. 3 is partnership. So you might be stuck in some kind of triangular situation. You might be stuck in some kind of relationship. You might be stuck in some kind of living situation. But honestly, it's all up in your head. And you have to know what is inside of you is what you're seeing outside of you, right? So if you're all up in your head and all gunked up and you're not taking the time to have mental clarity, you're going to see that in the outside world, in your life, right? Okay, so the last card out is action. Look at that white and black horse, right? It's time to go. It's time to take action. This card tells you that it's now time for a more aggressive forward movement, like a horse, aggressively move forward. The galloping horses represents intentional and concerted action directed to your goals. This card upright indicates that you are on the right track, but your determined efforts must increase. The white horse is interaction of spirit and thought, and the black is the outer work that still needs to be done. So continue taking action and trust your intuition. In time, you'll break through and see the results you've been working so hard to create. So with that said, all these together, I want you to know that you have the power. You have been awakening, and you have come to a point where you are not done with your work, because you're never going to be done with your work, right? Your inner work, but you have come to the peak. You've come to the peak, and you are crowned, okay? Queen of not taking no bullshit. So it's new, and we're just coming into our powers. We're just awakening. We're just starting to figure things out. But you have to know you have the power to do that. You have the power to yield this sword, to have the mental clarity that you need to have, right? So I know things are crazy right now and you feel super stuck, but you take that action and you walk away from the things that don't serve you. You're not going to feel tied up anymore, right? Look at that. You're not going to feel tied up anymore. You're not tied up. You're not tied up anymore. You're going to realize the things you can control, the things you can't control, and you're going to take massive action, and you're going to push forward, and you're going to do what you need to do to take care of you and yours, cutting the bullshit out, and live happily ever after, because you deserve nothing but the best. I hope you have a wonderful day. See you on the next one.